Alright, welcome back to the Navhimz channel. Today we're going to be talking about the brand new Travis Scott single that just dropped like a day or two as I'm currently recording this, titled 2000 Excursion. This is the single, or like I guess it's a lead single for the upcoming brand new project of Travis Scott, Jackboys 2, a sequel for Jackboys which released over 5 years ago, which was low-key a moment for hip-hop, I'm not gonna lie. That short record had a lot of standouts and a lot of tracks that just popped the off during quarantine, so I'm expecting a lot from this record. Let's see if it's gonna be the same amount of tracks or longer. I'd like for it to be a little longer because I think the first one did its thing. Okay, so let's talk about the track. This brand new track, 2000 Excursion, I think it's good. I think this is an improvement from the previous singles that Travis Scott has released for Jackboys 2. I think this was a major improvement. The production was great. I think Travis' singles game is improving slowly. I never really saw Travis as a singles guy. I more so saw him as an album guy. And that me seeing him as not a singles guy really stood out because I think the singles that he released prior to 2000 Excursion weren't really all that, especially 4x4. I think it was a little mid. Production was great. I do think the track is overhated, but I still agree with the people critiquing it in some parts because I do think 4x4 is a little underwhelming. I think it was an endless loop of nothingness at some parts of the track, so this was a major improvement from Travis. Also, Travis Scott and Sheck West on the first verse. Travis Scott starts it off with this verse: I don't get the bag, get the duff, my baby can't do me enough, the best, they pouring me up, no plastic, styrofoam cup, I'm on the south side whipping a truck, on tracks not giving a f, on wax not giving a f. Travis starts off with rapping in front of your face like immediately. He's on that continuous flow, and it was just a great start for the track itself, and it didn't let me down whatsoever. And the production as well was great. Some psychedelic parts here and there, and also the background vocals on the later part of the track reminded me of some rodeo tracks here and there, which to me was a big moment on the track because I'm a big rodeo fan. I think it's his best work and one of the best, not one of the best, it is the best trap album of the 2010s, and then DS2 comes next. But we can talk about that for another video or on another video. Also, the beat switch on the first verse, I think it was really great, very gritty. That's where the vocals come in from Travis Scott, and it sounds really psychedelic. It sounds like I'm floating in the air. And then Sheck West comes in the second verse, and the beat switch was still in the background when Sheck West was saying his verse or was rapping his verse, which to me I think was a great move or was a great part of the track because I think that was a unique move from Travis and his team that were working on this track. I think that was a great move. It sounds really nice and it just flows well. And then Sheck West was spitting his verse. Hey, I'm trying to see some. Sheck sees some. Go crazy while you out with a jack right now. Gang, gang, gang on the block with a drop. Still trying to flip that pack right now. I'm trying to see some assault. Hit the vault. I'm trying to see jump right now. So really great. So far the track's execution on what it intends to do so far is great, and I haven't really been disappointed. So I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this improvement. I think they're doing a great job at whatever the this is. And then after that, Travis Scott again was in the background with the vocals that were psychedelic again. I think that repeated vocal inflection in the background, I think that was great. I'm glad they did. I hope I hear more of that rodeo-ish type of vocals from Travis on the record because holy sh*, that would be nice and that would be pleasing to hear on the record. The first Jackboys wasn't really that great. It was a great record, but there were like 7 tracks on it, and Travis has evolved so much as an artist compared to that time. He can make this better than the first one because Utopia was a great record. Utopia was better than Jackboys, so this has the potential to be better, and I think it will be, and I think it should be. Anyways, going back to the track, Travis with the vocals, and then after that we have the refrain from Don Toliver and Sheck West. We have a feature from Don Toliver here as well, and I think Don Toliver's vocals complement the track very well, so I'm glad he was an addition here because holy f, it also sounded great. It was psychedelic. It made me float as well, just like how the Travis vocals were making me float from the previous part of the track or from the previous parts of the track. So that's great. Thank you for adding Don Toliver to this joint. Literally just close your eyes and listen to Don Toliver singing here. It's just beautiful, bruh. And his verse as well, the third verse, he spat his thing on that Well, it was great. Make it last tonight. Before you pass me by. Last night in the alleyway. Cars parked in the corner. I've been waiting. 3 hours I've been waiting on ya. I'm glad they added Don Toliver. That was great. Great verse. So far, there are no disappointments here. Also forgot to mention the synths. The synths were great. Just makes me feel I'm in this vaporwave world, if that makes any sense to you. The vocal effects, the vocal inflections from Travis and Don Toliver, they were just great on this track as a whole, so I appreciate it a lot, honestly. And then Travis Scott comes back with some great vocals once more, which I think was another great addition to the track itself. It was already great, so I think this elevated it a little bit than the usual, so great addition. The synths with Travis Scott singing on top of it were great. I think they both complemented each other well, so that was great. I'm glad that was added too. It's like I'm just staring at the sunrise while listening to this, and then the hook comes back, which I think was great. I did like the hook, but I think it could have been a little bit better, or like, not could have been better, it's already great. I think there should have been more added. The hook was a great start to the track though, because it was up front, it was in front of you, and it was just full of energy. But later on to the track, you get the hook again. It makes you feel like you want to get more from that, because it's lacking. But it was still great regardless, so I'm not mad at anything, honestly. Anyways, that's that. Let me know if you want to see more content like this. Drop a like, sub, comment, see you.